Hello, darlings, and a very warm welcome back to Windy Bottom, my humble little cottage perched up here on the moors of the Peak District National Park, and a very warm welcome to Friday Night Live. Yes, darlings, we are going to, well, during the next. Oh, God, it's half past. How can you forget it? I forget it's 11:30, isn't it? Anyway, we're going to wave goodbye to Friday. And we are going to welcome in the weekend, aren't we, darlings? Yes, and I hope you're looking forward to it, and I hope you have nice things planned. But before we move on to that, there is today to deal with, isn't there, darlings? I would love to know what you've been up to today. Anything exciting that's happened to you? Any humble brags? Any little victories that you've made? When what's an example of a little victory? When you're putting petrol or diesel in your car and you click off at an exact pound without meaning to, that, without doing the and then swearing when it goes over to 1 pence. Yeah, I'd love to hear your little victories. I'd love to. Have you had a Jimmy Tuppence today? Now, if you don't know what a Jimmy Tuppence is, well, then, I mean, it might not be a thing in the dictionary, but in my mind, a Jimmy Tuppence is when you get a little warm feeling of joy over something or other. So, have you had a Jimmy Tuppence today, and what caused your Jimmy Tuppence? And obviously, we all need to know what you've all been eating. That's a given. It's a constant in our community doings, and that's not going to change anytime soon. Now, over the space of the next however long we're going to be together, we've got all his normal rubbish. We've got the hedgehog of trees. We've got his companion, Miss Hedgie. We've got Sean's box, which is going to get a right old vigorous pounding. And we've got a community portable electric telephonic device upon which a voice note has already been deposited. Gosh, how exciting is that, darlings? Very exciting. I am sure you would agree. Yes. Now then, I am, quite frankly, going to have a goodly slurp of my wine, and then I'm going to jump headfirst into your comments, which are, let us never forget, the very meat and vegetables of this apple crumble that we are all roaming around in, trying to avoid the big metal spoon. God, where am I going with that? Cheers, darlings, your very good health. Bottoms up yours, and above all, and I say this with love, get stuffed. That's very nice. Very nice. Very nice. The first cab off the rank tonight was our very own Jimmy Quinn. Good evening, Boaty and all. Followed by Peter P. Greetings, honourable community. Greetings, Peter P. Stu joined us, the lovely Shelley Denise, Mark Bad Books, Emma Lemon of the eponymous YouTube channel, Emma Lemon, who, oh God, I can't read that. Lots of emojis, which are too small to see. Mark Passad joins us. Good evening, Boaty, Emma, and good evening, chat. Good evening to you, Mark. Here we go. Straight into the food news. Good. And this is coming from Mark Passad. Salad tea tonight. Here's to continued good weather. Well, it was in Tunbridge Wells. Um, Trying to think about the weather. It's been all right. Today's bloody cold tonight. It's 2 degrees here tonight. Oh, that reminds me. I haven't put the heating up. I'm going to put the heating up just for half an hour. Oh, another voice note. How jolly exciting. Shall we just jump into? No, we'll get through a couple more comments. I'll do another 3 minutes worth of comments and then we'll do the voice note. So, right, Mark had salad for his tea. I wonder if Boaty's had his results back yet, says to you. No, it's not. It's not going to be yet. It's not going to be until next week. And I'm hoping that I don't get results back at all. Not from the blood tests, anyway. I've been told that no news is good news. So if I don't hear anything, I can ring in and just confirm. But no news is good news. So if I get any communication regarding the blood tests, it's bad news. So fingers crossed, touch wood, all of that kind of thing. But then that's only the preliminary because then I've got to go into hospital and have the rest of the stuff as well. So the bloods are the first step, but there we are. Stu had half a pepperoni pizza and a cold tin of sardines. Well, that sounds absolutely disgusting. Paulie Galtieri is with us, the lovely Richard. Good evening, Boaty and everyone. Super Saturday in the Six Nations tomorrow, says Mark. England v Wales. What a game that will be. Yeah, no. Don't talk to me about Wales and rugby at the moment. Matron joins us and says, evening all. Gosh, yeah. Right, we're getting voice notes from Port Sunlight on the Whittle, darlings. Mystic Hair is with us. Good evening to you. Diane Sturdy, the I suppose I'd better stand up, hadn't I? Our headmistress is with us, Diane Sturdy, who says, good evening, lovely friends, and good evening to you, headmistress. Hopefully the results will simply say, the lump on your neck is your head, says Black Lines. Oh, dear. Black Lines matter, says Stu. They do indeed. They do indeed. Andrew Buttygig joins us, the lovely Ivor Spotty Butty. Goodness, oh gosh, we're busy tonight, aren't we? And it's a late one as well. How lovely. Well, this is nice. Let the weekend beginneth, says Mr. Cairn, and I will drink to that. Emma's greeting the latest comers. And now we move on to Bad Book's food of choice today. Mark's breakfast was peanut butter on toast. Dinner, oh God, here we go. I'm just going to go with it. Dinner was tuna mayo sarnie. I'm sorry, I can't help myself. He means lunch. Tea, he shouts, and he means dinner. Was pub fish and chips and mushy peas with friends. God, I'm amazed you had room to eat your friends after the fish, chips, and mushy peas. Oh, Jim Bob is with us and says hello to everybody. Hello, Jim Bob. Steve McDonald joins us. Good evening, Boaty. Jolly good evening to you. Food news from the M11, who had porridge with defensive honey for breakfast, whatever defensive honey is. And for lunch, she had hot smoked chili salmon with salad. No dinner or supper news there, darlings, but if it comes, I will announce it. Right, the voice notes are pinging in, so I suppose why are you doing that? Look what it's doing. I don't know why it's doing that.
I'm celebrating Pi Day.
Oh.
Archimedes discovered pi r squared, but last time I checked, pi's around.
What's that about? Okay. Well, thank you for. Can you stop doing that, please?
Okay.
Oh God, is that something to do? Have I got some new Siri? Hello.
Hey Jason, how can I help?
Why have I got all the flashy lights around the screen?
I found this on the web.
Right. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Oh, well, there you are. There you are. Hello.
Hi, Jason. How can I help?
Do you think I'm sexy?
You are perfect to me.
Ah, thank you.
My pleasure.
I think I'm in love. Right. Oh, I was doing voice notes, wasn't I? I think I was there. Right, here we go. Voice notes. Oh, God, we've got 64 million. Okay, let's start. Oh, I missed that one from this morning from Alan Simpson. Hope everything goes okay today, Mr. Boaty, sir. Thank you, Alan. Thank you very much. To explain, if you send a message to this community phone outside of live stream, I don't really look at it. So don't think that I'm ignoring you. I only look at this for live streams. Otherwise, it's a filming phone only. So apologies for missing that. Right, here we go. Get ready, darlings.
No, Boaty, what are you doing? Why are you not at a gay bar, having a drink, shaking that ass, finding the glory hole, preferably a cut cock? They taste better, but I guess to each his own. But I bet you'll down it. Get into the mood, Boaty. What are you doing? Have a great show.
If ever the phrase too much information was applicable to a voice note, but there we are. Thank you. I'm sure we'll have a fabulous show, and thank you for taking the time to leave your encouraging voice note. Right, the next 64 million voice notes that you hear will be from the Leisure Peninsula. Oh, I may have exaggerated. There are only 4, and they are going to be very enjoyable, I am sure. Okay, 3, 2, 1, here we go.
Hope your day's been better than yesterday, sir.
No.
When will you get your results?
Hope-
Today I got new bath mats for my bathroom, sir. And yesterday I had a new toilet seat
Oh, get you.
fitted, sir. A real posh one.
Oh, nice.
Anyway, sir, today I had steak for my evening meal with new potatoes and peas,
Oh,
followed
lovely.
by a new cup, followed by posh coffee, sir.
Oh,
And my snack for today was ham and cheese baguettes
what?
with chips, sir, and a posh coffee and a Coke, sir.
Hang on.
Anyway, thank you very much.
Hang
Can
on.
everybody please twat the like button?
Hang on. Hang on. Did I just hear that right? Was Mr. Stephen Paddy from Put Sunlight on the Widow, the Leisure Peninsula's snack, baguettes, plural, with chips? Snack. Let's play that back. We need to know.
I just missed. Did he say what it was? You should have said to him your favourite is a judge, sir.
Oh, hang on. That's the wrong one. That's the wrong one. That was
My
yesterday.
snack for today was ham and cheese baguettes
Plural. Plural.
with chips, sir,
With chips.
and a posh coffee and a Coke, sir. Anyway, thank you very much. Can everybody please twat the like button?
Baguettes.
You are a
Plural.
wanker. No
With
problem,
chips.
sir. I hope you see the captain on Monday.
That's a hell of a snack.
Anyway, sir, wherever it is, you've got all of us anyway on here. And you've also got your friends, we noticed. But as you say, you've got all of us, whatever it is, sir, I wouldn't worry.
Oh, bless you. Thank you, man.
I forgot to say last night, have you ever tried the no alcoholic stuff? But people say it's nice these days, say like no alcoholic wine and that.
Well, I've tried non-alcoholic water and coffee.
And then I think your doctor would think you're a good boy, sir. Anyway, it doesn't really matter, sir. You enjoy your wine, sir. And once again, thank you for doing these lives, you know.
Oh, not at all. You're more than welcome. You're more than welcome. I don't pay any attention to doctors when they lecture you about drink and food. And I've done a lot of socializing with doctors. obviously, because the artist formerly known as Mrs. Boaty was a sister, and then a matron, and then a hospital manager, and blah blah blah. I've done a lot of socializing with doctors. They all drink like bloody fishes. They all smoke, and they all eat like it's going out of fashion. So it's a question of, for me, it's a question of do as I do, not as I say. Anyway, let's get back to your wonderful comment, shall we? Good evening, says Ross. I'll say hi to Boaty and all as I'm driving to work. Good evening to you, Ross. Cod liver oil, sticky plaster, and a good lie down will fix everything, says Andrew Buttigieg, Ivor Spotty Butty. Boaty means supper, says Jimmy Quinn. A shot of gin and a spatulating is all he needs from Matron. He'll be right as rain tomorrow. A woman did what Boaty told her at last. Oh, well, there you are, you see. Boaty's pulled Siri. By heck, Boaty's found a new love interest. She's seen his sex pants, says Diane Sturdy. It's the equinox in 6 days, says Black Lines. That's something to look forward to, isn't it? That is something to look forward to. Jason and Siri sitting in a tree. Kissing. Oh, Ben, leave it out. You don't get glory holes on Hubnut, says Emma. For dinner, says Jimmy Quinn. I had 1/2 or half. Oh, might be half. I had half. Oh, maybe that's £1/2. Aberdeen Angus burger, chili, and French fries. I'm sure you know what a glory hole is, Steve. Even I know what a glory hole is. In Lancashire, says Diane Sturdy, headmistress, a glory hole was the cupboard under the stairs. Mr. Parry is an absolute bloody star, says Mark Passad. What a trooper he is. Be thankful for small mercies, says Bad Books. 170 quid for a blood test on our 17-year-old Lilia cat because she was constipated, expected the worst, but all okay, except understandably slightly raised kidney function. Oh, well, that's good news. That's good news. Right, and I've caught up with the comments and I've caught up with the voice notes. So on that note, good night, darlings. And I'm only joking. I'm only joking. Would I say good night to you at a mere 1:45? Oh, sorry, darlings. I'm a bit tired. I am a bit tired. In fact, I am knackered. It's been toughish couple of days. Would you forgive me if I finished at midnight and got a shower, got some supper, and just got some sleep? Would you mind awfully? I'm going to struggle tonight to do the full hour. I'm sorry. How was work, Boaty? Boring, dead, really, really quiet. Really quiet. Well, really quiet for a Friday. Anyway, it was more like a Thursday than a Friday. Oh, thank you, Diane. Thank you. We'll keep going. No, I'm not going now, Jim Bob. We'll keep going until midnight or just after. But I am going to take myself off a little bit earlier today, darlings, because yeah, I'm feeling it a little bit. Oh, we've got another voice massage. Here we go.
How was work tonight, sir? Did you do it? And also, did you do any deliveries, sir?
Well, thank you for asking. Work tonight, it was really quiet. Certainly really quiet by Friday standards. It was more, so it was a bit boring, really. It was more like a Thursday than a Friday. So yeah, it was a bit dead. And no, I didn't have to do any deliveries today because we were quiet. As is the driver, he more than coped all on his own, and he was a little bit bored as well. So So yeah, quiet one tonight. Quiet one. So what else is there to tell you? As you know, had the blood test today. So there you go. There was that. It was a really awkward time. 2:15 because it got right in the way of lunch. You know, let's deal with the important things in life, shall we? You know, lunch. But there we go. You know, in terms of a blood test, not a problem at all. I took your advice. I drank. I had 2 pints of Vimto and a pint of water before going, so I was very well hydrated. Um, in fact, I wet myself on the way there, so I was possibly over hydrated. No problem at all with the bloods. Vein was right there, good as gold. The only issue with it was that because of history and whatnot, I find it very traumatic simply having to go there and yeah, and having to do it twice in 2 days. It sounds silly because it's just going to the doctor in it, but yeah, it's taken a lot out of me. I often talk about things that I've put in a box and don't want to get back out, and I don't like doing things that kind of open the box a little bit. And yeah, so yeah, I really haven't didn't enjoy today at all. Although there was nothing to it, absolutely nothing to it, and I'm dreading hospital even more. Um, yeah, let's try not to even think about that, shall we? Um, blood results: Jacobs Creek Chardonnay, 1991. You can't go until the candle goes out, says Black Lines, and I don't make the rules. Jim Bob's got another date with his neurologist next month, but I feel the meds are not doing great. Oh dear, that's not great. Oh, in other news, I presume this is a common thing. You have to bear in mind that I don't do the doctors. So I went in to see presumably it was the nurse or the phlebotomist or whatever. But once they've got you there and you're in the room and the door is shut, excuse me, they want to go to town on you, don't they? So they want to do the whole thing. They want to do they want to check your pulse, they want to take your blood pressure, they want to do all of your measurements, all of this, that, and the other. And yeah, I didn't put up any argument. I just let them get on with it. And there wasn't a problem with anything. Everything was fine. But they weighed me and they measured me. And that brought in two interesting things. One, I've lost an inch of height. I know, perfectly normal, happens with age, curvature of the spine. I know. But I've been 6'5" and I thought I was 6'5", and I'm not. I'm only 6'4" now. So there you go. I've become a short ass and only just 6'4" as well. So there you go. A bit of height has been lost. Weight. Anybody want to guess at the weight? Not in kilograms. I don't understand kilograms. In stones, pounds, and ounces. There you go. One fat bloke standing in front of you. Guess the weight. Guess the weight of the fat bloke. Ah, well, you say that, Diane, but perhaps the lost inch was elsewhere. 215 pounds, says Black Lines. What's that in stones? And 30 stone, says Jimmy Quinn. 16 stone, says Ross. 8 cubic tons, says Andrew. Oh, Mustard joins us. Hello, Night Fumblers. Did they do a PSA blood test, Boaty? I've got no idea what is a PSA blood test. Bad Books is going for 14 stone, £6. See, I understood that. Will you still need me? Will you still bleed me? when I'm 6'4". Diane is going for 14 stone, 8 pounds. Jim Bob is taking the piss and going for 9 stones. I only do stones, says Shelley. What about 15? So Shelley's gone for 15 stone. Did you have a big breakfast? Asked Mr. Cat. No, I had a single slice of toast. Can somebody tell me what £215 is in stones? Jimmy Quinn is going for 17 stone. So we've got, that's quite interesting. Oh, we've got a voice note. This could be a guess at the weight.
Did he tell you when the baby was due, sir?
Bloody cheek. Small breakfast, large poo, asked Peter P. 12 stone and a couple of pebbles, says Andrew. Bloody hell. Bloody hell. I wasn't 12 stone when I was racing. My racing weight wasn't 12 stone. 12 stone at my height. Bloody hell. Mark says, Boaty, once you're in the system, you'll be booked. You'll be looked after as long as you go to your appointments and keep up with their advice. They've kept me going for 13 years. 14 stone, says Mustard. Oh, they're asking about my poo. I can't remember my poo today. It was a good poo, but I can't remember. Oh, no, it would have been before. Yeah, it would have been before the doctors. It was a decent poo, darlings. It wasn't a record breaker like yesterday's, but it was a goodly, it was a goodly amount. Check for bad things in your prosy PSA blood test. Oh, I don't know. £215 equals 97.5 kilograms. I don't understand kilograms. I need stones and pounds. What did you think of your 109-hour wait? I didn't have a 109-hour wait. Right, let's go back over the guesses. So, guesses at the weight. You want another quick look? There you go. Fat bloke. 6'4", used to be 6'5", fat bloke. Right, so the guesses are £215 from Black Lines, but I don't know what that means. I need stones in there. 15 stone from Ross, 30 stone from Jimmy, 15 stone from Black Lines, 14 stone 6 from Bad Books, 14 stone 8 from Diane, 9 stone from Jim Bob, 15 stones from Shelley, 17 stones from Jimmy Quinn, 12 stones and pebbles from Andrew, 14 stone from Mustard, 15.3 stone from Diane Sturdy. Thank you, Bad Books. £215 equals 15.35 stone. Right. Well, some of you were quite close. I think Mustard was closest, actually. I was on the official doctor's scales, 13 stone and 10 pounds. So, yeah, I thought I'll take that. I will take that. That means that I've lost my more active time and being a bit careful about what I eat this year has paid dividends, because I was I did whiz up to 16 stone over the winter. So to be down to, I can't remember what, so to be down to 13.10, I'm absolutely fine with that. Yeah, I mean, that puts me in the not at risk category. I'm, according to the NHS doings, I'm not overweight. So that's nice, isn't it? Funny, he looks bigger on TV, says Russ. Cheeky sod. Mustard cheated, says Emma. Did he? Oh, did I tell him? I don't remember. But yeah, so those were the two things to take away. I've lost an inch in height, but my weight, not too dusty at the moment. And I apologize. I apologise that if you look carefully, and I would advise you not to, in today's video, then you can quite clearly see me scratching my balls while I'm half asleep. I didn't spot it in the edit. Oh dear. Oh, did I? Oh, right. I told them all earlier. That's well below my weight of 14 stone, says Mark, and I'm 5'8". I did cheat, says Mustard, but I did it carefully so nobody would notice. No, you're not overweight, says Emma, so stop claiming you're fat. I am fat. I've got a veranda over the pleasure gardens, but it's going, and it will be going even more with the plans that I've got. Oh, I've got plans. I've been making plans. I've been making plans for everything that I'll do if this thing turns out to be in some way survivable. And yeah, and they involve quite active things. God. Oh. I can't tell you that. I can't tell you that.
You look like you're wanking one off, sir. Sorry to say.
Yes, well, that's very nice. I knew there was tinkle fondling in the daily diary, says Andrew. Yes, says Emma, I saw you scratching your balls and the close-up of your crotch. I'm around 9 stone, says Simone. Well done, you. You're not fat, you're just short. I'm 12 stone, says Jim Bob. Oh, dear. Steve says, I'm around 10 stone. We're skinny, Simone. No, seriously, I have been putting some plans into place. I'm not going to bang on about them because I don't want to be one of those people that's telling you what I'm going to do. I want to be one of those people that just does it and shows you. But, you know, some things do have to be planned, and there is planning going on, and I can tell you it's really exciting. It's really, really exciting. You're actually lighter than me, says Mustard. Well, I know that. You're a fat bloke. But I have more muscle, especially in the trouser area. No, you haven't. Not in the trouser area. You got more muscles in the arms. I'll give you that. Over 500 calories in a bottle of wine, says Diane. Indeed, Mr. Paddy, indeed. And there's going to be more walking to come, and more swimming, and there are some really exciting things. And over the last couple of days, I've been putting. I don't want to tell you about it in case something happens and it doesn't happen. And like I say, I don't want to be one of those people that says, "Oh, I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that." Better just to do it and tell you. But yeah, changes are afoot. Life changes as well as channel changes, and some quite big ones. So all I'll say is watch this space from literally the beginning of next month, as in day 1 of next month. Trust me. I'm not fat, says Emma. I'm perfectly bouncy. Carruthers is 1 inch lower to the ground now. Ah, yes. Oh, Carruthers. Carruthers, the intrepid explorer. Right, here we go. Now then, the next voice that you hear will be... will be 2. I've got 2.
Pound that box, Boaty, as if you had to go to hospital for a rectal examination. But it wasn't the nurse that did it. It was the Pound that box, Boaty, as if you had to go to hospital for a rectal examination. But it wasn't the nurse that did it. It was the janitor and his best friend. Tosser.
The janitor and his best friend. Dear God. Oh. Oh. Oh, could be worse. Oh, that would be. Now that I would dread. The camera down the throat or up the tradesman's, or even worse, up the jack side. Bloody hell. Oh, count your blessings, things could always be worse. Right, let's pound that box, shall we? 1 box, £1. One vigorous pounding. 3, 2, 1. You're in the box. And that means that we need to do a 1p savings challenge update, don't we, darlings? Yeah, ironically, it is all starting on April Fool's Day. Seriously, that's going to be the beginning. That is going to be the beginning. I don't want to tell you too much, but yes. Hang on, is that right? No, sorry, I'm wrong. I am wrong. No, it's all starting on the last day of this month, which is the 31st, I think. Let me check the calendar. Bloody hell. Yeah, because of course Monday's the 31st. So yeah, the last day of this month, it's going to be a Monday adventure, darlings. Oh yes. And it's going to be I don't want to tell you too much. It's going to be an overnight. It's going to roll into Tuesday. But that's all I'm telling you. That's all I'm telling you. But just bear in mind that what have we got? We've got the equinox coming up. When does the clocks go? Isn't that sometime coming up soon? Is that next month the clocks go? Anyway, spring's going to be, when do the clocks go? Bloody hell, that's Easter. Oh, I don't know. But yeah. No, I haven't entered the Grand National Bad Books. No, I haven't entered the London Marathon. Oh, God. Oh, Stratospherian joined us. Good evening, all. Jolly, and a jolly good evening to you. Hong Kong Fooey suddenly sounds a lot more interesting. I was thinking about that with the mild-mannered janitor. Hong Kong Fooey, diddle-diddle-dum-bum-bum. They can stick anything anywhere in me, says Jim Bob. I don't mind. No, I'm not turning into a horse. Is it an overnighter in Llandudno? You're going to have to wait and see. I'm not telling you any more than that. You're going to have to wait and see. But that is just the beginning. There are going to be changes to me, changes to my life, and changes to the channel this year. It's time to grasp everything by the balls and run with it. I'm sick and tired of just being tossed around on the waves of fate and other people and crap builders and God knows what. So yeah, that had been coming anyway, to be honest with you. I mean, you've seen that there have been changes this year. I've been doing different things and I've been doing things differently. So that had been happening anyway, but this thing coming along, then either way, whatever the outcome is, whether it's going to be a relatively easy thing or whether I'm going to have a battle ahead, either way, the only way to make sense of it is to realize that you get jerked out of your complacency. So you realize that you only get one life, and life is fragile, and you never know. You just never know, do you? So you've got to make the most of it. You've got to make the most of it. Don't. Thank you. 31st of March, clocks go forward. Oh, well, that's perfect. Oh, well, that fits in beautifully. So that's going to give me, well, hang on, it can't be the 31st of March. Clocks go forward on a Saturday night, on a Sunday morning, don't they? And the 31st of March is a Monday, so that must be wrong. Clock's back on the 29th, says Diane. Yeah, everybody's saying it's the end of March. Right. So, yeah, so the clocks are going back. Everything is going to tie in, and that is going to be the launch of a bit of a change, and what should be a pretty amazing year. Oh, hang on, that's the wrong one. So yeah, everything is certainly in the planning stage anyway, everything is kind of coming together and fitting in quite nicely, and ideas are working out, and yeah, it's all starting to get really exciting. And this thing that's happened this week, it's just turbocharged it, to be honest. It's made it all more important, and the one thing for sure is, you get something like this in any way like this, and you think, right, bollocks to putting things off, bollocks to, I might do this, just do it. What's the worst that can happen? So yeah, it's time to make changes, and they will be starting. Well, things are already happening behind the scenes. You will see the difference beginning the 31st of March. Oh, that's nice. Looking forward to the adventure, says Mustard. Yeah, well, you're going to be part of it, mate. And you also have another overnighter coming up in April. There will be that. I mean, yeah. I don't. Is that a secret or not, matron? I don't know. But yes, there is another overnighter coming up in April. But there's going to be there are going to be more overnighters coming up in April. Well, anyway, you'll see. It's the last Saturday in March, Boaty, says Jim Bob. Thank you. So that's going to be the 20. So it's going to be the morning. It's on the Sunday morning, isn't it? 1 o'clock. So it's going to be Sunday, the 30th of March. I hadn't realized that, but that's perfect. That's perfect. That's going to fit in beautifully with the other things that I've got planned for that particular day. You were grasping at everything by the balls in today's video, says Emma. Yes. Oh, right, now we're talking about colonoscopies and do you get to keep an endoscopy footage? It'd make an interesting video. God, it would, wouldn't it? What is all this? Oh dear. So yeah, that's kind of the plans are aligning, Jim Bob, but it's weird. But even you might. You walk out to the restaurant doing your own thing, looking after number one, sir, says Mr. Paddy. Wait and see. There is a bit of that. There is a bit of that. And some of the plans are dependent. So without saying too much, I'm kind of doing, right, I'm going to do this. And if doing this produces this result, then I'm going to do that. And if doing that produces this result, then I'm going to do that. And then there's a few of that. And the ultimate one is, and if doing that produces that result, then all bets are off and we're heading out of Dodge City, darlings, and life is going to be very, very different. So it's not going to be, I've tried to be sensible in the way that I'm planning this. So I'm not burning any boats, but I am opening doors, but keeping a safety net, if that makes any sense. So I'm going to, now, I'm kind of telling you without telling you, and I'm not going to tell you. I'm not going to go into the ins and outs because, but yeah, the idea is that I begin a transformation in terms of life and therefore the channel. But I do it in stages, and at each stage, if it doesn't work, I can step back and go back to where I was. So I'm not risking anything. I'm not, I'm pretty gung-ho at the moment with the stuff that's going. I was a little gung-ho anyway. With the stuff that's been going on, I'm a lot more gung-ho, but I'm not going to risk being able to maintain a home. So I'm not going to just suddenly say, right, I'm going to do this, do that, do the other, give up work. And yeah, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. But I'm going to very slightly open a few more doors, see if I can make them work, but doing it in a way that means that I'm not going to, well, I'll tell you one little bit. I'll tell you one little bit so you've got an idea of what I'm talking about. And some of you have suggested this. So it's kind of, probably all of this is probably ideas that you all have come up with, but I am going to drop a Tuesday at work. Not every Tuesday to begin with, but I'm going to drop a Tuesday now and then. So that will turn what would have been a Monday overnight into a 2-night thing. And that will mean that I've got a complete day. Now, and part of that will mean I'm going to end up telling you more than I want to tell you. And I don't, but yeah, I won't go mad. I won't go mad. I'll keep it zipped. But yeah, I'm going to drop a couple of Tuesday nights, which will give me a chance to do, instead of a thing just being a get up when you're knackered and leave at 11 o'clock on Monday, and you've got until 12 o'clock on the Tuesday before you have to go back home because you got to go to work. Instead of that, I won't be going back to work until Wednesday. So that means that wherever I am, whatever I'm doing, I've got to wake up there at Tuesday and I go to bed there on Tuesday night. I've got a complete day to film, to explore, to climb whatever I'm climbing, to swim whatever I'm swimming, and to do whatever I'm doing. I'm not going into the details. And it's just going to mean that I've got the opportunity to make more interesting and better content. Right, I'll tell you this little bit. This is the way my mind is working. Now, On a Tuesday night, I earn very little because the restaurant is very quiet. So I'm going to do a couple of Tuesdays where I don't go to work. I've organised cover for me. That's all set in place. And that will give me the chance to film a little bit more or film a little bit differently or plan a different adventure. Now, that might not work. That might not work. So, right. So this is the way it's going to work. So I'll not work on the Tuesday night. I will try and make a really, really good video with the extra time. And the hope is that that video will pay what I would have earned on Tuesday night. Now, if that video earns what I would have earned on Tuesday night, which isn't much, then great. That tells me I can do that. That tells me that I can not work on Tuesday nights and so on. So that's the way my mind is working. But if it doesn't work, if I'm not capable of creating that video, then not a problem. I'll just go back to working Tuesday nights. Do you see where I'm getting at? So that's the idea. Yes, I'm working the slots on the Llandudno pier. I thought you were going to bed, Boaty. I'm going to actually. Yeah, we've pretty much done the hour. I think I will. Voice notes galore. There have been plenty. Boaty says he's not going to talk about it, so instead he's talked about it cryptically. Boaty's going to bugger off to Llandudno and stay there. Oh, well, this is why I shouldn't say anything. This is why I shouldn't say anything. Tricky chap's secrets. Boaty, you wouldn't be any good with the Spanish Inquisition. Yeah. Okay. Well, yeah. Thank you, Jimmy. Thank you. I hope it works too. We'll see. We'll see. I'm at least going to open the door and give it a chance. So on that note, I am actually going to sod off because I am tired. It won't work if you don't try. Correct. We've rumbled you, Boaty. Ew. Have you? You probably have. You probably have. It does involve Wales, but you'd have guessed that anyway, wouldn't you? I mean, that's where my heart is. You all know my heart is in Wales. A couple more glasses of wine, they'll tell us everything. That's why I'm buggering up. I've just got to try and do it in a way that means that I'm not putting anything at risk because because I'm not going to do anything absolutely mad and crazy. I haven't got any backup. Hubnut, our go-to YouTuber, when he went full-time on YouTube, he was earning about 700 quid a month from YouTube. And he ditched everything else and went full-time. But he had a wife who earned money and so on. He had a safety net. I haven't got any of that. So even if I was earning 700 quid and I'm not even earning a tenth of that, I couldn't do it anyway because you're risking too much. You're risking not being able to pay your rent and this and that and the other. So I've been trying to find ways to do it without risking anything. So I will, I've already told you, but I'll tell you this much. The idea is have an odd Tuesday off. Make it a 2-day thing instead of a 1-day thing. See if you can make a video that covers what you would have earned on the Tuesday night. That's one thing. And then another thing is later this year, have a holiday. I've not had a holiday in the 8 years I've been working there. So have 5 days holiday and do a 5-day thing. And see if you can make that 5-day thing. See if having 5 days of being a YouTuber for 5 days, see if you can make that into a video that earns 5 days worth of wages. Probably won't be able to, but imagine if you could. Then that would mean that would be the stage where, okay, I've had 5 days off, I've earned 5 days wages from the video or videos that I made during those 5 days. That would say to you that you could look at doing this full time. But if it doesn't work, which it probably wouldn't, you've had a holiday and you go back to work. And God knows I need a holiday. So that's my kind of thinking, just opening doors, looking at doing things differently. I'm working with YouTube, as some of you know, and they're telling me things that seem wrong to me, but they're working for other people, so they're probably right. They're looking at my content and they're saying, we don't think this is the best. We don't think that's the best. Maybe you should try this. Maybe you should. So I'm going with it. I'm listening to it and I'm thinking, well, I think I know what I'm doing, but I clearly don't, because I'm relatively unsuccessful. The community bit, I've nailed that. The friends bit, friends for life, I've nailed that. That's all sorted. But in terms of YouTube success, as in getting views, getting subscribers, and earning money, yeah, I'm not doing that. And other people are. So when people who should know, as in YouTube, are telling me this works and what you're doing normally doesn't, I've got to listen to it. I've got to listen to it. Even though when they say you should do this, I'm thinking, no, that can't be right. But I've got to listen to it. I've got to take the advice and I've got to go with it. The longest good night on YouTube. Well, I thought I'll keep going until past now. I might as well keep going until past. Oh, it's only a minute to go. So oh, not the 9 o'clock news. Good night is the hardest word to say. So let's just say kind of lingers. Kind of lingers. I love that. Right. Whatever you decide to do, don't separate yourself from the healthcare team you're now engaged with. That would be a mistake, in my humble opinion. I might not have that option. It depends what the results are of this thing. I might be in for a battle. Who knows? Who knows? We'll deal with that when we come to it. But yeah, that's part of the reason for not doing anything that's going to risk my home, because you lose your home, you lose all. Yeah, let's not even think that. A caravan in Llandudno, says Shelley. Good night, Boaty and Bugs. Oh, interesting. Interesting. I think you should go to casinos and get day wagon work less as well. Hopefully one day you'll be a millionaire like only fools and horses. Well, let's hope so. Yeah, I've done the casino thing. I do enjoy the casino thing. But anyway, right, that's it. I've done the hour. Against all the odds, I've done the hour. So thank you for bearing with me, or 52 of you. How wonderful. Thank you very much for bearing with me. Thank you for your company. I've really enjoyed tonight. And yeah, so all that's left for me to do is to wish you a safe and peaceful night and a great weekend and a good Saturday ahead. I hope there's some pleasure in it that you can take from it. Thank you for all of the voice notes. Thank you for all of the support at what is a difficult time, you know. Thank you for the comments on the videos. Thank you for the messages. Thank you for the PMs. Thank you for all of that. Right, that's it. I'm off. The candle will be relit tomorrow night. It's another late one. We have 2 late ones a week, 11:30. But after tomorrow, we're back to 11. So 11:30 tomorrow night, Saturday Night Live. Join me if you can. I would love to see you there. In the meantime, much love from me. Can't wait to see you next time. And on that note, pachoo, and indeed, you know what's coming. Bosh.